W. Big George. George W. George W. Big George W. Big George W. George W. Cowboys win, baby. Wow. What a game. You know what? At the start of the year, I did not think that was going to be an exciting game. And then fast forward to the start of the season where Dak Prescott gets injured. I didn't think it was going to be a game, but I think that was probably the most exciting Cowboys game we have watched. So should we do a little shout out first? If you're new to this, if you're just tuning in right now, Cowboys Can Fan podcast on YouTube. Any of our other socials is just at Cowboys Can Fan. We're on all of them. We're on Twitter. We're on TikTok. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. You know, we got them all. We dip it into it all. But wow.
We dip in it. We stick in it.
We stick in it. We're getting all our fingers juicy. Just crazy. What a game. There was ups, there was downs, there was highs, there was lows. There was Daniel Jones scrambling like a what did someone say in chat? They were calling him like a vanilla Michael Vick or something.
They were calling Daniel Jones white Mike Vick, Danny Dimes.
Well, Danny
Vanilla
Dimes,
Vick.
they just call him that.
It's vanilla.
This is the AJ we love. This is the AJ we love. I only come here for the post-game AJ. I don't want him anytime. I don't care about him between the first and fourth quarter. I want post-game this Alex.
Okay, hey,
Vanilla Vic.
Dallas Cowboys
That's what I
Chris
was
is in
trying
the
to
house
spit
in the
out.
chat.
What up, Chris? How's it going, bro?
So hey, tell him we're coming to his neck of the woods.
Yeah, we're coming down there Thanksgiving. We will be down there for, actually, funny enough, the Cowboys against the Giants for the Thanksgiving Day football game. We will be doing our second annual trip down there this year, and we expect to crack some beers with you there.
Okay,
Chris.
so we're road tripping. We're going to be doing Cowboys at Minnesota.
Crack me if you got it.
We got him. So we'll be at
Crack me,
Cowboys at Minnesota for the Sunday game, and then we'll be staying over in Kansas City or Iowa on the Monday night, and then we'll be heading towards Dallas for Tuesday. And we're gonna probably do a crack him if you got him.
I had to do it. I was waiting too long.
We're gonna be vlogging every single day, and we're gonna be doing a live show. We're gonna try to set something up where we're gonna do either a morning of in Minnesota on game day, and then we obviously want to do Tuesday or Wednesday in Dallas. Ant's laughing right now.
Post game AJ 100. Someone wrote in chat.
Hey, dude, is there any scenario where you guys can see a Mavs game in Dallas on the
Possibly.
Yeah,
Wednesday?
possibly. If it's on the Wednesday.
If we're not too busy trying to get Alex out of jail.
Hey, as long as I don't get into those fucking margarita limes or whatever.
The limeritas.
Dude, I like an idiot. First night I take it, I drink one,
Felt sick.
threw up. Next night I drink one and I'm just fucking KO'd at the pub. Remember, we ordered those wings and I'm just kind of
Talk about a night killer. AJ fucking has a Bud Light lime margarita.
I'm dancing before and then I have a light.
So let me
It's a liter of
let me set the scene.
sugar.
Let me set the scene. We will get into Cowboys Giants real quick here. The massive win for the Cowboys, Cooper Rush and the Dallas Cowboys over the New York Giants Monday Night Football. We will get into that. But let me set the stage for last Thanksgiving Day when we went down to watch the Thanksgiving Day game of the Las Vegas Raiders at the Dallas Cowboys. So we're all feeling pretty hype, right? Like we drank all day. Cowboys end up losing. We're kind of bummed out, but we had such a good trip that we're still all in pretty good spirits.
It's a fun game.
It was a fun game. We're waiting for our Uber. We find the first gas station. Well, we're waiting here for 40 minutes. Let's go grab a fucking drink and drink here while we wait. Ad and I will take a piss. We'll come back and we'll leave. Well, Alex, the night before the game, bought these fucking limeritas that are like 12%. Drank it. It fucking KO'd him for the night. He was done for that night. So then the following night after the game, he decides to try it again. Everyone's in good moods.
Why not?
We're all in good moods. Alex gets another one. So we get back to the hotel. I'm like, guys, it's like 9 o'clock. Like, let's go out for dinner. Let's go have a few more beers. We get to this awesome, like one of the best sports bars ever in Dallas. It was in Fort Worth. I can't remember the name of it. Awesome sports bar. Fucking amazing. Like way better than anything you'll ever find in Canada.
Yeah, it's the American version.
Adam and I are drinking and eating like hot wings, and Alex is just like this. Give me my camera. Alex is just like this at the table. I'll pay for a third of it. I just can't eat any of the pizza. The hot wings. I'll pay for a third of it.
Hey, did you think his body was immune after one night?
Anyways, but he was just
I'm
no
not doing it.
margaritas.
No, I'm not doing it. I'm done. They look appealing because I love a margarita.
They're fancy. They're a fancy can.
Yeah.
and it looks like it's fun, but you're cut off.
It's all it is a fucking half can of sugar and a half can of tequila. That's it.
That's it.
With some drops of water.
Our boy EJ Savage says, "Fuck KC, come stay with him in Wichita." So
Hey, Wichita's not far off.
I told him to DM us.
For the amount of American geography I've looked at in the last week, I know Wichita is to the west of Kansas.
So it's somewhere in between Minnesota and Dallas.
And Dallas.
I'm not gonna lie. I definitely looked up the place that they filmed Field of Dreams in Iowa, and I thought we could stay there, but it's too far off.
Wichita kind of creeps me out because I always think of BTK. Sorry.
Hey, boys,
BTK gives Wichita a bad name.
I am going to force first topic.
Okay, do it. You do it. Tank. Defensive player of the game, DeMarcus Lawrence.
Oh, yeah.
Hard to say he wasn't.
Hundo P. Give us that stat line, AJ, and let me pop it up on the screen.
Go for it. Go for it, big hog daddy.
D-Law,
big hog
3
daddy?
sacks, 6 tackles. For a defensive end, that is a fucking amazing game. That is an amazing game.
Now, as much as Jones was running out there, we were also pressuring him the most in his career. And then there was even more pressures after
By the
that
fourth
point.
quarter,
So, yeah.
he had 21 pressures in
Yeah.
the fourth quarter. That was a career high. This is, you know what, 2 games you could kind of say is 2 games you can't really say is a trend. 3 games is a trend. The Cowboys are getting pressure. The Cowboys are getting sacks. The Cowboys lead the league in sacks right now in the NFL, and I love it. Like I'd say our biggest stars of the night was the defense. Like, sure, CeeDee Lamb came up huge after his drop. Sure, Cooper Rush did his thing, but we put pressure on Daniel Jones the whole fucking night, minus a crazy athletic play by Saquon Barkley. The offense of the Giants was pretty much non-existent.
Do you know what else is nice too is if you go scroll down on the Micah Parsons only 1 assist
Yeah,
tonight, so he could have an off night.
and we can still bring that
It didn't
shit.
kill the team.
Yep.
That is interesting, and you're going to hear this the next time we play the Giants. Now, this is the 3rd time that Micah's played the Giants, and he's never recorded a sack lunch. But
He didn't even record a tackle today.
Didn't even record a tackle. Vink brings up a great point, though. Like, the Micah Parsons cannot be on the stat sheet, but still have a presence of the game.
So I was going to say that exact thing. There's no way that you're going to get a Tank 3 sack career high game without somebody like Micah Parsons out there supporting that. Here's the thing that was great about the defense tonight. You're worried about one player, Micah Parsons, who's getting creepy, like making Daniel Jones hear those footsteps all over the Giants offense, that other players are able to make those plays. I'm not saying that obviously Micah Parsons allowed D-Law to get those 3 sacks, but I'm saying he's a big contributor.
Totally. So we'll kind of go chronologically through the game. The first half, I mean, there's not much to talk about. It was 6-3. The biggest thing, and we're going to move past it because the dude fucking redeemed himself, but the biggest play of the first half was a no play. CeeDee Lamb dropped a ball.
Yeah.
We beat that to death already. Like, we could talk about that long, but CD completely redeemed himself. Let's talk about the positive CD. CD on the next, one of the most important drives of the game, ends up coming down, making a key catch on, I want to say it was 4th down. It might have been 3rd down. Gets that catch. Then he makes that just unbelievable touchdown grab. Are we able to show this?
Yep.
We won't get
Twitter.
flagged for this? I know it's Twitter, but still it's...
Yeah.
All right, well, we're gonna free ball it and see what happens. Like, this is an amazing grab.
Oh yeah.
Look at that. Go back, sorry, one more time. Watch that in regular speed. Like, that is just an amazing catch, man. And he nuked some chick and helped her up. Wow.
I thought the play before was a bigger play than that one. I mean,
Then a one-handed touchdown catch on the sideline?
The tutty was great, obviously, but I'm just saying that fucking play beforehand.
We got the first down and got fucking rocked.
Hey, look who's out there.
Yeah, shit, you're right.
And
I don't know. I feel like I'm having a seizure trying to watch the screen right now.
they show it better on the clip, but
Dez?
it's not on here. That's Dez.
So you're right. Actually, CD had a unison, like 3-play unison. He had that big long pass. Sorry, he had that 4th down catch where he got fucking smoked.
Where they I think they're
Yeah.
pretty generous on the spot, but I think he's still.
That's it right there.
My
Let's see it.
goodness. Dude,
I don't know. I think
Oy.
that's a ballsy catch.
4th and 4. Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
it's so quick that they could have called it not a first down.
And
can
it'd be hard to argue.
where the ref walks out. Though you're like, oh, nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you see it.
Because
Look at him.
you've seen that same play where he's on the other side of the yellow line. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
There was
yeah,
one
yeah.
more. There was one more play by CD where he was like wide open. It was like I think it was after that catch, AJ. So he'd be up. I think.
No, I'm going through the order. Oh, this is top.
Yeah, I know. I think it was after the one where he got it on 4th down.
That was through top. They were sorting through the top videos. So let me just.
This
I'll
is
find
it.
here.
This is it right here.
AJ's
Oh, no,
fighting it right now.
that's the 4th down one. Anyways, it doesn't
Let me
matter. He made a pretty fucking sick catch. Besides that, he had 3 huge catches. After we were pretty down on CD at halftime, which I imagine most fans were. Like, you got your backup quarterback in. You're hoping that they're gonna be able to get some sort of. Oh, you're watching the drop. You just had to. You had to.
Oh,
do
I'm
it.
sorry.
We were just talking good things about
you're
him.
moving past that, Alex.
I know we are moving.
Ad's not
past
even
that.
showing it though.
I didn't bring it up.
Oh,
I didn't bring
on.
it because I just brought it down.
It's good producing.
No
All
one's excited about that deep pass like we are.
I'm just more excited about the fact that AJ is struggling. Here.
Vaped 42.
No, I don't think you're gonna find the one.
Yeah, the one wasn't an important play.
Yeah.
Who cares? Let's move on
Smoke
past
weed
it.
every day.
Let's. You're stressing me out with scrolling through Twitter here.
Hey,
Okay. So as
The
AJ,
View fans concerned for former host
Lear,
Lippy Goldberg.
let me do my shit over here then, and then you don't have to worry
yeah,
about it.
AJ's gonna find it. Don't worry. So let's talk.
The issue is
we'll
he's
move
the
on.
one
Let's
trying to
move on.
move us to new topics.
Okay, so let's talk about first.
why
and
I
foremost-
have this T-shirt?
Yeah, why? yeah,
We can do
exactly.
that.
Exactly. Why does Matty Vink have that T-shirt right now?
We'll let him tell it.
Well, before the game, I predicted the exact score 23-16.
Do you wish you would have bet
Best-
like a hundo on that?
Dude, I wish I would have bet $10 on it.
So we before the game, and we'll keep doing this every game. If you can predict the score, the exact score, doesn't have to be for the Cowboys. It could be for the other team.
Yeah.
But if you can predict the exact score, saying Cowboys are gonna have this, Giants are gonna have this, you get a T-shirt. Vink rolled in saying 23-16 for the Cowboys. And he
I can't believe
fucking
it.
knocked it out of the park. He literally called that shit. And I think I even like kind
You
of
know,
like
you looked at me, you're
I
like,
was
"Those are
"That's-"
weird
I was like,
numbers.
those are weird numbers. But you fucking banged it out of the park
Three
with that
field
one.
goals, two
Three.
touch-
That
or
yeah, that's
3
crazy.
field goals, 1 touchdown.
So-
2 field goals, 2 touchdowns.
Do you want to start looking at the Cowboy stats and we'll roll from there, or do you want to look at the
Butter
Giants?
me up. Butter me up, babe. Whatever
just-
you want.
Cowboys 21 for 31, 215, and a tutty for rush.
Look at those carries from the running backs.
Running backs killed it.
Yeah, and running
Tony
backs Pollard
8.1 yards. a carry.
105 yards on 13 carries, 15 carries, 73 yards for nearly 5 yards for Zeke and a tutty.
Which is great on its own.
Yeah.
Pollard
And-
had that one big run. That was
Pollard had a big run, but I like to see that they both got enough carries. Both were over. Well, obviously Pollard had that. He's an 8.1 average. Zeke's got a 4.9. Nothing wrong with
You gotta
that.
be happy with
They
that,
stuck to it. Yeah, you got to be happy with that.
So
Run game was awesome.
close enough to 50%, 28 carries to 31.
3 games in, still haven't had a wide receiver with over 100 yards. Does that matter?
How come it's not showing CeeDee Lamb as a touchdown right there though?
Interesting.
That's wrong.
Interesting.
Hang on.
Refresh.
Refresh it for us.
There we
it
go. There we go,
is.
baby.
Oh, and then that didn't change anything else.
No, nothing.
So
nothing
we still
changed.
haven't had a receiver go for over 100 yards. I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck either.
Don't care. I don't care if we get over 100 yards
Dude,
for a
at this
receiver.
point, with where the team's at right now, you just care about the win.
You need
Yeah.
a W. You need a W. What did we say when we were going over the schedule with Cooper Rush being our starter? We basically said the 2 divisional games. This was before the Bengals. We beat the Bengals. This was when we were in full-blown panic mode.
Yeah.
We pretty much said that the Giants and the Commanders game were must-wins.
So we all chose win.
Yeah, we all chose win.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had to.
Yeah.
Divisional game like this, we had to go win. Had to go win. And Cooper Rush, man, you can't say enough about the guy. He's come in 3-0 as a starter.
Got it done.
He didn't make any. I don't think he made a mistake. Last game, there was a couple times he threw the ball into some shitty spots. I honestly, his stat line could have been better. Even he had
What
a
was-
couple drops. Like
what's
Here's his worst throw was to CeeDee Lamb, where it hit the defender in the helmet. It was too far back. That was his worst throw.
and that wasn't even that bad of a throw either.
No,
and that's
exactly.
what you're saying. Like
Yeah.
his worst throw wasn't even that bad.
See,
of
the
a
nice
throw.
thing is at least he doesn't make big mistakes.
Yeah.
he didn't
He's
throw an
not, he's
interception.
not killing you. He's letting the defense do their job and just kind of keeping the ball moving.
Cooper Rush didn't fumble the ball. Cooper Rush didn't throw an interception.
Yeah,
Exactly.
That's all I care
That's a,
about.
that's a win. And Cooper Rush is undefeated as the starting quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys.
3-0, baby.
So we also
70% completion percentage.
21
around there, 215 yards, a touchdown. Like that's
21 for 31. That's
you
a,
can't
that's a
ask
good-
for more than
that's
that.
totally fine.
now we add on that what was it 40-yard touchdown?
Yeah, I know. Then that's
That's what I mean.
Like you said, he's at 250.
He's like he could have had a better stat line. Like he played. His stat line doesn't even show how well he played.
Yeah, I thought he
Right,
played
and there,
very
there
well.
was actually the two throws. Actually both throws were to CD. One was CD dropped in, and the other one there's just good defensive coverage where the CB blocked the pass, but it was
Made a good play.
it was right on the target.
Made a good play. So what else can we talk about here?
I think the Peyton Hendershot catch was an important one, and it's nice to see. Although both of these guys combined 5 receptions, 56 yards,
Covering Schulte's spot.
covering Schultz's spot. So
I don't even really remember seeing Ferguson, to be honest. That Hendershot, he had a couple stupid penalties, but he also had that sick catch where he caught it and then ran and tried to jump a dude.
Yeah,
Anyone that's going to run full speed at another grown man and full on jump, I respect.
well, he actually had a couple plays. Here's one of them.
This was big. Can you find the jump?
Yeah. Don't freak out when I scroll.
No, I won't. There it is right there.
You're
Look,
stating on it right here.
We're going to have
Jumped into the first down.
It's gonna come back. So
This is recording somebody's screen. I love it.
Yeah.
the exposure so high. I love that.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, man. Make
Nope.
the most of your opportunity.
That was tie game when that happened.
Yeah,
too.
that's a big play right there. You keep piling on the first downs, tiring out the defense. That leads to the next big play.
It's funny because it seemed like such an easy win at the end, but it was
But
pretty
it was
stressful.
anything but.
It was stressful.
Oh, it was stressful.
I
When
mean,
they
as
took
much-
the-
There-
when they
it
took-
wasn't like it was like there's never in doubt.
when
Cowboys got this game.
let's go back to the Saquon Barkley big touchdown. Like when he ran that and he's running open and you know he's scoring. Like we don't need
Yeah,
to even
Make
watch
it
that.
13-6,
But
yeah.
you're like, oh my God, they're up by 7 now. We're having a hard time even scoring 3. This is going to be tough.
AJ, can you find out what would the run to passing ratio was for us?
Yeah, he'll have it. He'll have it in the stats.
I do feel like we passed more than we ran that game though.
We did. We just went over. We were
Just go back to the stats.
20. So it's. I don't include Cooper Rush. In
Can't
fact,
count it.
I would take these carries and add them to attempts because he ran because he was trying to throw.
31 to 28.
But
31
still,
passes,
clo-
28.
it's
Yeah,
closer-
close
it's
enough.
close
It's
enough.
close enough. It's close enough. It's not
We're
50.
looking-
It's not 52 passes like we did against the Bucks
Yes.
with fucking 15 runs or whatever.
Our point is that we want to see 25 plus carries.
Yes.
Every time.
Yeah.
Yes. 100%.
Zeke and Pollard need to touch the ball that much.
Yeah.
They have to.
I do
Zeke's
like
not explosive like he used to be, but he's still good enough that he's going to
I
pick up
mean,
that 5 or 6 yards.
that first down. I mean, like, look, give Zeke 5 more runs in the game. Like, would we have seen another breakout like the?
But then Tony Pollard, give him. I mean, it's hard to. It's a tough situational thing. Like even AJ was saying, like he doesn't necessarily like to see TP20 get those runs between the tackles or between the guards, but he was making moves with it. And then Zeke, I don't know. Zeke's always been consistent. I think the last 3 years or 2 years, he just hasn't got the ball enough. But it's hard to divvy up touches for everyone.
Well, Zeke had a fairly good run, like where he gets the.
Yeah, it was 3rd and 7.
Yeah.
And they gave him like this weird sweep, and he fucking got her.
Yeah, and he went for a nice plus fucking 10 yards, right? So that's what we're looking for. I'm fine with Zeke just getting those 5 yards, 4 yards of fucking carry, and then
Any day of the week, man.
yeah,
Any
and then
day.
Any day of the
Any
week.
day of the
Monday,
week.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday,
I
Sunday.
would
any
like
day
to
of the
see.
week.
I would,
make up a day.
Make up a
Give
day.
it to him.
Wednesday.
But they seem to do more of those like double or triple even tight end packages than maybe running the dual running backs.
Well, they were running, actually, I think Ving called it out a couple times. They were running 3 tight ends. They had 84, 87, 89, all tight ends out there blocking. So that's
and Schulte wasn't there.
Schulte wasn't there. Okay, so let me just spit this out here. We're missing some important players. We're missing Michael Gallup, Dalton Schultz, who last year accounted for a lot of receptions. We're missing our starting quarterback. We're missing our starting left guard. And we're missing, who else? There's one more that I can't think of right now. Tyron Smith. So, like, there's 5 very good football players. All of them have been in Pro Bowls, minus McGovern. But, like, and this brings the question, what do you do when if Tyler Smith's playing out of his mind, what do you do when Tyron Smith gets back? Does Tyron Smith get the position back?
Is he going to be back this year?
He'll be back in, they said, December. But, like, Tyler Smith right now is playing great. A couple weird penalties, but Tyron Smith always had weird penalties. He always had holds. He always had false starts. So what do you do?
It's definitely something you just have to see how it plays out. But
Yeah, it's something you just got to wait till it happens.
It's a good
it's an
problem.
embarrassment of riches. Yeah, exactly. It's a good problem to have.
Chat's been going off, and
You're a chat baron.
I know, and the problem is
You're too busy trying to give us your take.
No, the app. Hey, fuck you, dickhead. The app was screwed up, and I was like, man, it's weird that no one's really talking. We got a decent amount, but it's just blown up. So let me catch up with what chat's going.
Hey,
you guys
catch
chat
up
for a little bit.
Well, we're waiting for you to catch up on us.
Let's catch up. Let's go.
Hey, fuck you, dickhead.
Okay, well, I'll talk because I'm never lost for words. As a Cowboys fan, as a diehard Cowboys fan, this win was massive. Not only did it get us to 2-1 and in second place in the division, it kind of gives everyone that sense of hope. It was, even after the Bengals game, I think a lot of people were still thinking like, it might have been a one-off. To see Cooper Rush and the offense be able to come out and score 23 points. Like,
Yes.
sure, it's not an offensive fucking explosion.
It's not 40 or anything,
But with that defense, I think 23 points should be enough to win you football games. It would have been 23 points against the Bucs would have been enough to win you that football game. You know what I mean? I just think for the next couple of weeks, we just have to be good enough on offense.
Hey, let's look at the games here.
Let me just hit some chat stuff as you're bringing those up,
Well,
Alex.
we were
before
There's
you
only been 2
Okay.
of them.
hang on. Buccaneers scored 19 points. Bengals scored 17 points, and the Giants scored 16 points.
haven't had 20 on it. Haven't had a 20 burger on you.
If that's not something
That's pretty impressive.
Like going forward, that's the type of defense that's going to win championships.
Defense!
It's going to win a playoff
I'm just really
game.
happy I wasn't here for the week 1 3-point game.
You know what?
was
I've
that-
already blocked it out.
I've
Me too,
seen
Matty,
I've
me
seen
too.
I've seen a worse nth than that.
the
week.
Denver game was the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Denver game was really
Last
bad.
year, the Denver was the worst I'd got.
Okay, so I'm just gonna hit you guys with a couple of the comments from the chat. CeeDee Lamb earned that 88. The very present. What?
Wait, you're talking?
Oh, what?
Well, put it on yourself.
Oh, put it on myself. Oh, I'm talking. Oh yeah.
There you go. You figured it out.
Oh, no, I got it.
Not even a tip.
Did that go off your face?
No, it tipped over the microphone and then
You're in the face.
secured the bag.
The very presence of Micah opens up up all holes for D-Law and others. That's
Absolutely.
from Barry Grant Jr. Best defense in the league, says Warren Chambers.
hang on.
Crack him if you
I
got
want to
him.
go
You
back
got
to
him.
that.
Craig, who you got?
I
I'm
want to go
sorry.
back to that Micah point.
Okay.
Did you make that here, or I just want to reiterate what you said? Give you an opportunity.
What
Did you say it on here?
I said
about
it.
Micah.
Yes, I said
Oh,
it.
okay.
I don't know
Barry-
what you
and-
two are talking about right
No,
now.
I
About-
said that because Micah was they were attacking Micah. It allowed players like D-Law to come in and
Totes.
and get those 3 sacks. Barry Grant Jr. is just obviously agreeing to me. Thanks, Barry Grant Jr.
Sucked.
Ad has like a little tally point that every time Barry
yeah.
agrees with him, he marks it off on his
You,
calendar.
you have a better chance of getting your comment read if you agree with Adam.
Hey, guess what?
Boner alert.
Best defense in the league, says Warren Chambers. We're a running team right now.
It's got to be close, right?
Wilson
Statistically,
Santiago.
yeah.
Wilson Santiago says, still not sold on the Cowboys. Sorry, I'm just not. Whatever.
Sure.
Michael Irvin's been quoted to say, in rush.
I thought
we
he was in the
trust."
chat for a sec. I thought we had Michael
Yeah.
Irvin up
No,
in
Coop
here.
Whitson's just saying what Michael Irvin's saying. In rush we trust.
Yeah.
And then Zero Cool. Hey, shout out to the hackers. So do we have
Hey,
a
zero
QB contract?
cool.
So sorry,
No.
So do we
Hey,
have a
well,
QB
where's
controversy yet?
where's acid burn at?
Crash and burn?
There is still no.
Uh,
There is no controversy.
There isn't.
and then we also have, what does Rush have to do to get a starting job over Dak? This is a good question. So what does
He's not. He's okay, guys.
so
let's
hard.
come on. This guy's been on the team for the same amount of time as Dak Prescott. These coaches have seen every single practice that Dak Prescott and Cooper Rush have taken. I get it. Cooper Rush is playing well and he's winning us football games and he's helping us to this record.
He's a good backup quarterback.
He's a good backup quarterback, but anybody that and it's just this is the issue with
Hey,
the win.
and
Every
this,
win.
this is just a simple question.
us go.
Don't let emotion get it.
I'm going to let emotion get to it.
Get into
What
it.
does Cooper Rush have to do to take the starting role? I need to see him throw 10 passes without one that looks like it was shot out of a potato cannon.
Like not even one of
I
those
just-
like
I
shirt
just- he
cannons
doesn't,
from a
like-
hockey game.
He just
It's very obvious.
it's very obvious, like the mechanics. And yes,
Well-
he's doing great and he's winning us games. I love it, but he is not a better quarterback than Dak Prescott.
So Jeffrey Hoover says, and he's responding to Perk, who asked that question. He goes, have a more diverse skill set, in my opinion. Dak can do what Cooper does better and also run.
Exactly. You got to be able to throw. Okay, if you put without anyone on the field minus just Dak Prescott and Cooper Rush, and you put targets out, right, and you put them just at every route tree of the game, an out, a corner, a fade, and you just had these marks. Cooper Rush can't make all those throws, or at least make them like with velocity and accuracy, right? He just doesn't have it, and you've seen it multiple times in a game. He throws a ball, and you're like, "Holy fuck, is that like where is that even going?" Noah Brown bailed him out with a ginormous catch. Noah Brown comes up, barely catches it with his fingertips. That ball was terribly thrown, and if Noah Brown doesn't catch it, everyone's going, "Well, what the fuck are you throwing at?" Noah Brown made a completely athletic play and bailed his quarterback out. But I just don't think Cooper Rush can make those plays that Dak Prescott can.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that we got to look at this game is that how can they take what they're doing with Cooper Rush and transfer that over to Dak? I think they have to stop looking at Dak as being this fucking messiah and the perfect fucking quarterback and almost play him like he's a backup. Get a little bit conservative, let Dak get a little bit more comfortable, and then start making the plays similar. Actually, the play calling that Kellen
Like
Moore
they
is
did
doing
with him in 2016 when he was the backup quarterback and they relied on a running game and good play calling.
Well, the thing about Cooper Rush to me is, like, he had 2 rushes, but those are just scrambles for -2 yards.
Yeah.
And he's not a gunslinger. Like, if you're gonna have no rushing attempts for -2 yards,
You got to be able to whip it.
you got to be a gunslinger. So he just doesn't have that special arm ability.
You got to be able to cock it and flock it.
cock it and flock it, baby. Honestly, it's bad for us to assess Dak's game against fucking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It was just that's just a bad game, and then the fact that
Bucks
he
are
gets
tough, man. They're tough defense.
They have Bucks, though their defense, those linebackers, their line, they honestly have probably a top 5 defense themselves.
They're like they're one of the only teams where, say in fantasy football, you like consider benching guys against them because they're just
Because they'll shut you down.
they're stout.
Yep. Well, and so if we look at the fact that when Dak comes back, obviously it
You
is
rhyming over there?
when Dak comes back. Well, you started saying cock
To
and
avoid the
flocking.
sack. To avoid the sack.
Oh, when Dak comes back, he'll
Do
avoid
you
the
think-
The
sack.
very next day.
Do you think that when Dak comes back though,
The very next day.
they're
Thought he
gonna
was a goner.
they're gonna play call the way that they've been doing with
Who
Cooper Rush?
fucking knows, man? I hope.
You got
You would
to
hope.
hope so.
You would hope so.
Yeah, you would hope so.
Will they? I don't know. Wait to see. Another question is when is Dak
Looking tough.
looking tough?
We're
Let's
depending on you, boys.
get the schedule up
See,
here
I was just gonna say, Anth.
because they're saying
Pull up
AJ,
that
you have it up.
schedule.
Go
Hey,
down.
hey,
Just
Pull
scroll
up
down.
that schedule.
Hey, that
Seymour.
coach over there is thinking.
We're thinking.
thinking the like.
So they're saying Eagles.
3 weeks.
And guess what we all said on the Eagles? Week 5. Big L's, bitch. Big L's.
So we got Commanders next week and the Rams.
And
the following week.
I don't like that
Commanders
I
looked
said
like
that.
dog shit last week.
Commanders looked like absolute dog shit, and the Eagles looked great.
Cooper Rush might be better than Carson Wentz. I'll give you that.
That's something I will not argue. I've never liked Carson Wentz. I've always said the guy's a fucking bum.
Sorry. Week 5 is the Rams. We all said we're going to lose against the Rams, but we're going to win against the Eagles.
I would never say we'd lose to the Eagles. I don't care. I don't care if my boy Matty Vink playing a quarterback against them. I ain't picking the
The
Eagles.
Miracle Mile are Matty
Ever.
Vink.
Vink, you just got to get in there and you just got to hand that rock off.
So
So
do you think Dak might actually be back by the Eagles?
they're already saying that.
Really?
They're already saying he got his stitches out tonight. He's healing up. There's a very big possibility that he's back. And there's
So let's say they go 1-1 the next 2 games. So then
Yeah.
they're
3-3.
3-2. 3-2, right?
3-2.
Yeah, 3-2 going into the.
Yep.
That's a tough. Eagles right now are
3-0.
projected to be the best team in the league, besides the Bills, maybe at least the top 3 or 4 teams.
I'm still not sold on the Eagles. They realistically they played the Commanders, they played the Lions, and they played the who's the third team they played? The Vikings.
Okay,
I'm not sold on any of those teams.
Sean Orth, the most
Just
polite
saying.
Eagles fan who's been showing up in our chat all day.
Is he in there right now?
He's in there right now. He says, y'all ain't beating us at Lincoln Financial.
Is that a bank that we're playing?
Maybe at AT&T.
Yeah.
beat 'em.
And even if we split it, I mean, I'll admit this. I said it. I'm in a group chat with a bunch of guys that I play fantasy football with. I said it pisses me off that the Eagles are good this year. It sucks when they're good. And this year they are a good football team. That the signing of AJ Brown, massive.
Huge.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts, not making mistakes. He's running the ball when he should, but he's still making plays with his arms. So I'm not trying to take anything away from the Eagles, but I just don't want to say they can beat us because who have they beat? Like I said, they've beat the Detroit Lions, who aren't that bad this year, to be honest. They beat the Minnesota Vikings, and they've beat the Washington Commanders. Like,
Which
do
are-
any of those teams
They're
jump
all
out at you?
bottom half teams.
Like, I wouldn't say
or right around there.
Jeffrey
They're
Hoover
not
saying,
top 10 teams.
they're not top 10
well,
teams.
Jeffrey Hoover's just saying the Eagles have not been challenged yet.
Yeah,
this year.
exactly. And I think when we get there, our defense is way better than any of the defenses they've played.
But if, as we were talking about during the game, if we cannot, I think they're going to be a little bit more prepped for Jalen Hurts over fucking Danny Dimes.
Yeah.
Fucking scrambling like he's a fucking wish
Well,
version of Josh
I don't know,
Allen.
man. It's concerning that the last 2 weeks we've given up so many rushing yards. And it's not even the rushing yards to the quarterbacks. It's more so the timing. Like, you're almost better off. Yeah, say you get pressure with 4 guys. Why not get a guy going in, and as soon as the dude's thinking about running, drop off into it like a quarterback spy or something.
Okay, so Sean Orr saying, I agree, but I still think we are better at defense and offense. I don't think that the Eagles are better at defense than the Cowboys.
Their offense might have a hair on us, or maybe more.
The reason their offense has a hair is because they're clicking right now.
They're clicking.
They're
But
cli-
I'm tough to say anyone's got a better defense than us right now until we get smoked.
Tampa Bay?
Uh,
Better? I would
I
say
don't know,
Tampa
man.
Bay number 1 and we're number 2.
I like our defense
Saints are
right
up
now.
there too. Saints are good.
I like our defense right now.
And that, like, if I had to pick in all my fantasy leagues I picked Dallas's defense, so that says something, right? Fantasy football rules
Zigama.
all. Zigama Beach.
Bills are so banged up.
Zagama Beach.
Bills are banged up. Like, the Bills started off hot, but let's get back to this game. What are some other talking points from this game that we can talk about? Brett Maher missed one kick. It was a 59-yarder. Other than that, he
I'm
was
not going to
pretty-
eat his lunch over that.
No, I'm not going to eat his lunch over that. Kavonte Turpin, our special teams were good. He almost had
Also
he
not
was
gonna eat his
one.
lunch.
He was one like
Yeah.
he juked and he just maybe juked a little too much.
Let's talk about
that punter that looks like
Yeah.
he plays in fucking Metallica.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
The hair metal
Metallica
version of-
punter.
And he's a lefty too. That guy was a.
Our boy Diggs finally got his.
Diggs got this game-sealing pick.
We love it.
Love it. Diggs again had an awesome game. So I can Diggs. The last 3 games he's played, the guy's a fucking good cornerback.
Yeah.
Like, it's got to get to the point that other people other than Cowboys fans start saying, oh, well, this guy is actually not that bad. He's actually a very, very good cornerback. Not only did he have a good game shutting down his guys, he had a fucking interception to win the game. He came up at the biggest moment. He literally picked off the ball to win the football game.
And that was a tough catch too.
It was a tough catch. We all said when it happened, we're like, oh, no, that's skipped.
Yep.
Ball
You
was
guys
skipped.
handled it.
Let's see the replay, and then I think it was you. Ad's like, I looked at chat. It's good.
So maybe he does have he
I-
probably has above average hands for a.
Well, yeah,
for a
he
quarterback,
grew up playing wide receiver. His brother Stephon Diggs, right? Like,
No, I was saying that in chat, EJ Savage called it before the play. He goes,
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he called
Oh,
it a while
nice.
before. He said interception to win the game.
That's dope that he called that out.
And that's why he said, "Do I get a shirt for Colin?" And I said, "Yes, you do." So we have a shirt that we got to give out to EJ.
And Brian Anger here.
My shirt feels less special now.
No. You called it. Hey, you called it.
23-16. Come on,
That's pretty impressive.
EJ Savage shows up every single fucking live stream. He was on date night and he made his wife listen to us.
The best thing about these shirts, the more we just give out, the more people and they wear them. People are like, "Oh, it's Cowboys Camp." Yeah. No, it's just it's free advertising.
Maybe we put a dot podcast on them or something. You were gonna bring up some naked dudes. No.
Naked dudes?
Oh, I thought you had a bunch of guys flexing.
Oh, no. I just had the long. I was looking at the. I was looking.
You were looking at naked dudes. I saw it.
I was wondering why he was so spaced out.
Yeah,
He hasn't been talking for 15 minutes. I was like, he's looking at naked dudes. Like, what's going on here?
I don't know.
Just bring it up. Bring it up on the screen so we can show it. I'll show it.
Okay. I was just looking for the Giants punter. And look what I'm searching. Giants punter, long hair, like. And then they bring up like some fucking stud.
Scroll down a little bit more. There's a dude in a fucking Speedo.
I feel like this is like AI generated shit. That is hilarious.
First
No
I
one
looked
saw
Giants
that.
punter, and then I got like a mix of like.
Oh yeah, well the thing with the Giants punter, he was like
right there.
Yeah,
Left.
nope. Yeah, but Steve Weatherford, he was like a huge piece of shit that was like beating his wife and shit.
Oh damn!
Get him off.
That's why it's
screen.
showing up. That's why it's showing
That's
up.
why he looks that way.
Jacked as fuck though. Holy shit!
Yeah, little dick though by the looks of it.
Small wiener. Easily a small wiener.
Tiny wiener.
You can't contain a big wing in that little thing.
No, you definitely can't. Okay, so what else we got to talk about? We got to talk about we've hit Cooper Rush.
I don't think we need to really talk. I mean, obviously Micah on the stat line wasn't as big of a presence as he has been. Crack him.
See, I did that so that you realized you weren't looking at yourself when you were talking.
So Micah, what if you look at the stats? Micah obviously isn't posting as much as he usually does, but I think if you watch the game,
what stats am I looking at for that?
I don't know.
I think he was just saying. Ad was just saying.
I'm just making a general statement that
he wasn't like Alex. Look at the stats for Micah Parsons.
No, I wasn't.
Never know.
I was just saying that I think that obviously Micah Parsons still was a dominant force in that game, although the stats won't reflect that.
Any stat that's not a naked guy.
So, was the whole thing that he was a flu game today? Is that?
Yeah, I don't think he looked off though. I don't think Micah had a bad game. He didn't show up on the stats sheet, which is fine.
Which, I mean, obviously, as we're tracking him and we're like, his stats are fucking dominating the first two games.
Well, yeah, you want him to obviously seem like this superhero, but I don't give a fuck. The Cowboys won today. Like Micah,
when you look at
Micah could have 40
look
sacks.
at those passing stats up there.
Yeah, exactly.
And completion percentage: Dak 48, Cooper Rush 62.
Dak had a terrible game though. Dak had one terrible game.
No, but this is stats to date.
All-time stats to date?
No, for the season. So
seasonal stats.
Yeah.
Zeke 178, Pollard with almost 12 less carries.
What I like is this a 4.0.
Yeah, total. Well, when you go between the two running backs, they're sitting at a nice like 4.8 yards per average between our two starting running backs. That's huge, right? Like you can't shy away from that. So going into next week, we're playing the Commanders, the Washington Commanders. Actually, we've never done this. The crack 'em if you got him player of the game.
Oh shit, yeah.
Mid post game.
Post game? Are we just going to give it to D-Law? Or are we going to give it to CD? I mean,
that's what I was going to say.
I almost
Here's
want
what
to
we
give
got
it
to
to
do.
CD.
We got to do three players, and then we got to vote.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
so
Why don't we just do like hockey style, 3 stars of the game?
Yeah, I like that too a little bit.
And then on the
Either way, we
Wednesdays,
got to pick three.
So
And
I think I
then
got
pick
the 3 stars
player of the
are-
game.
Let's hear from the guest.
Yeah,
Yeah, Matt.
I think the 3 stars of the game. Fuck, but now I'm thinking of number 6. Forgot that guy's name.
Donovan Wilson.
Donovan Wilson.
No,
Fucking
but
beauty.
I think the actual 3 stars of the game were DeMarcus Lawrence was probably 1st star. CD was probably 2nd star. Cooper Rush 3rd star.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
I don't disagree.
I don't disagree at all. I think an honorable mention, like you said, would be Donovan Wilson. But
He's a dog.
He's a dog, man. Donovan Wilson wants to hit the fuck out of people. I don't hate the fact D-Law. I mean, 3 sacks, a career high. That's hard to do in the NFL. CeeDee Lamb, if he makes that first catch, he's without a doubt the star of the game.
Yeah.
And then Cooper Rush came in and got his third win on his third start.
Exactly, you got the win.
It's
Well,
D-Law.
So when we
think so.
when we look at
I think so.
when we look at the win of the game, well, one, we said, what else do we need to talk about? We need the Cowboys offense to put in fucking more tutties than they have been. So that's beside the point. We need more touchdowns. Although with rush hour and the backup quarterback season, we're completely fine having these scrappy fucking wins.
I
But
don't care if it's 1-0 or 2-0.
yeah, exactly. Or if it's all field goals to win the game.
100%.
A win is a win. Doesn't matter if you win by a mile or an inch.
But it is true. Like
It is
it's
true.
It's cliche, but it is true.
Don't give a fuck how Cooper Rush gets a win as long as he gets it.
So, but the fact that we were looking at CeeDee Lamb and he fucking missed a massive play, my thought would be give CeeDee Lamb the Kraken player of the week because he actually came back and he fucking had two massive plays. One was a touchdown, the other was actually three. He had that massive first down catch, and then he had that big play to set up the touchdown. So you could say that Cooper Rush or Rush Hour is the one that was guiding it, and so he should get the player of the game, or Tank gets it for the 3 sacks. I think we've been giving.
I think it's the feel when you're in the dressing room and the coach is like,
They probably gave it to
Play-
Cooper Rush or CD.
I was gonna say player of the game, and they give it to CD.
Yeah.
After all the
Just to,
the
like,
big
look,
drop,
yeah.
you know, like you're still the guy, you're still the number one.
And
He's
that
the
was
best
a
player in the
fucking
offense.
sick-ass catch, man.
Yeah, so like he definitely made up for that drop
Without a doubt.
What-
Yeah.
And we kind of predicted.
I'm glad he did, man.
We kind of said like
I'm glad he did.
that he would do that.
I respect the bandwagon boy union, but I have to kind of disagree that
That's
I don't
fine.
want to reward
You're giving it to Tolbert.
CeeDee Lamb over what Lawrence did, what Coach Lawrence did today.
No, you're
So-
right.
So you're walking in and you're saying,
I'm saying,
you know what? Let's reward the guy that didn't fuck up any time.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not
Because the defense did kind of win the game. I like that.
That's just me.
You
It's
can
just
go
it's different
anyway.
coaching styles. It's
Yeah.
different. Are you players coach or you hard ass?
Mike
coach?
McCarthy came in. Mike McCarthy came in and said, "Listen here, guys. Domino's Pizza on me
Always.
tonight." And they're like, "Mike, we're not allowed to eat Domino's Pizza."
That was like I don't know if you guys saw the Detroit Lions. They
Oh,
gave
yeah.
the player of the game. It was like a guy that I think he was 6 years in the league, never
Yeah,
started.
the offensive lineman.
and he was the first one to go. So that's kind of like the players coach angle, and that's kind of the CeeDee Lamb angle of this.
Yeah, you fucked up.
Like,
Everyone knows you
let's go
fucked
in,
up.
Yeah, you know,
No, I totally
make him feel
agree.
good. Or are we just gonna reward the guy who was actually the best player of the game?
Well, I mean this is a good debate because obviously you want to say
Would
like
you say it's a master debate?
this is a great master debate because D-Law comes in and he has a great game. CeeDee Lamb, if you look at his numbers, had a great game and we won. Cooper Rush had a good game and we won. In my mind, if I'm looking at the rest of the season and I want my number one wideout to fucking be that number one wideout, make sure you let him know that you were the fucking cock walk out there. You were the guy. You did what you should have done from the get go, and you came back. I'm
You know,
giving you player
Schultz
of the
was
game.
like, Schultz was like when CeeDee Lamb got the ball, he's just like, he dropped a big one.
Yeah.
Good catch, but you dropped it.
But
He
since
dropped a big
CeeDee Lamb's problem is that mental shit.
You got to get him
You
in.
give
there.
it to him.
Yeah.
you give it to him.
Just
Coax that mental.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
Give him a little teaspoon.
Do you give the
Give him a
player of the
little
game?
teaspoon
I
of
mean,
it.
this is all irrelevant because CeeDee Lamb obviously doesn't listen to the Cowboys Can Fan podcast.
I don't know that.
The number one Cowboys Can Fan, number one Cowboys podcast in the world. But
Pencil it in.
ultimately, oh
Did you just
Sorry.
punch him?
no, I hit his mic.
Oh, damn it.
I should have hit him in the. I should have hit him in the face. So, and
Quick
guess
jab
what?
to the face.
He wouldn't have known it, whether or not. But in this way, in the locker room, I would be the defense, always the unsung heroes. I think defense has been on the field way too much. We're relying on our defense way too much, and we need our offense to turn it up. We need more. We need our running backs to know that they fucking did the job that they needed to do, and then let our wide receivers who have been struggling
Free massages, you're thinking?
get those
Yep.
free massages. You know,
Just don't invite
AJ to the free massages.
or Deshaun Watson. Okay, finishing thoughts. Let's get some finishing thoughts here. We're going to start with our guest, Matt Vink. This was your first live Dallas Cowboys game on the live stream with the boys. What'd you think? Did you have a good time or what?
Great time, man. It's fun watching the game with you. I don't like, especially with the Cowboys. I don't really.
Oh yeah, if you don't follow it,
I don't watch it as closely, and then it's fun watching with you, and you're kind of saying, "This is all the players." Like you just see them.
I go full Rain Man. Yeah. My nose starts bleeding. I'm like, Hendershot's on.
But it's one of those things.
No, totally.
If it's a 6-3 game, I'm at home. I'm looking at my phone.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of
bored of it a little bit.
Yeah, a little, and I was fully engaged. It was awesome, man.
Well, we loved having you. Bandwagon boys, give us your final thoughts of tonight.
You or me?
No, you go
just,
first.
Just cut Alex's mic. We'll just go with you,
Hey.
Adam. We'll roll out.
No. Good game. More consistent offense. More sacks, but good sacks.
The good sacks. That's the defense is bringing it hard. They're bringing it hard and they're bringing it heaty and hardy is what we'll say with the defense.
Looking tough.
Looking tough.
Yeah, my thought is make sure that as we continue on over the next few weeks, let's make sure we're running the ball more than 50% of the time and getting our wide receiver core confident that they can actually catch those fucking balls.
Mm-hmm.
We need, and you guys. Sorry, I'm saying we already. It's been
Yeah,
one fucking.
hey,
we
want.
No, you guys need you need Gallup back in a
We
big
need
way,
Gallup back.
man.
I think
He's
next
a
week
playmaker. He's underrated.
he is also, and it's going to be interesting to see what they do with the touches and the receptions. I honestly think once Gallup's back, obviously he's probably going to play. Gallup's a outside guy. You'll never see Gallup in the slaughter. He shouldn't. He's an outside guy, so then that gives you basically CeeDee Lamb and Noah Brown. Those are our three.
Yeah.
There's no confusion about that. Those are our three.
And before you call us out, the comment of the night: I can't watch the Cowboys now without watching the @Cowboys Can Fan podcast.
Hey,
That's from
appreciate
Jeff
it.
Hoover. Here's a big shotgun. Let's call you out right now.
Am I calling it out? Okay, hey, for the Bandwagon Boys, our guest Matt Vink, thank you for coming by.
Anytime, man.
We're always jacked up for a fucking Cowboys win. We will be doing this next week, 10 a.m. Pacific, and we will be live Wednesday at 5:30.
And we'll be drinking.
Oh, we'll be drinking. So like I said, for the Bandwagon Boys, Matt Vink and your boy at best, we out, son.